Hi guys, it's Wednesday the 11th of October. I'm back at the new Tottenham Stadium site just to see what's new, what's different, what has been done on the south stand and anything else. So I'm going to walk around the stadium now. You can see an awful lot of panels have gone in the last 10 days. It's looking quite classy now on this side. A lot more of the glass has gone in as well. This building is actually for the Tottenham Foundation. If you're wondering where I'm standing, it's right next to Lily White House, which is there. So I'm almost on the high road, and you can see how much glass now has been completed on this side. So a lot more has gone in since I was here last. This is what's going on underneath the stairs here. So the view I just gave you was underneath this staircase, which on the plans is where the Tottenham Cafe will be. So I'm now stood on the high road, and this is the view that everyone's getting as they're driving by. So a lot more panelling and glass has been put in here as well on the west side. Just walking down the high road now. You can hear an awful lot of work is going on. Just going to start at the bottom. If you can count how many floors there are within the stadium, just to get the grand scale of it. So I'm now stood in Whitehall Street, just off the high road. All of this area is where the new station is meant to be, eventually. And all of the businesses, all along this street, and up until the library here, should all be demolished. No one seems to know at the moment. No business owners have been told anything. No offers have been made. Not a lot seems to be happening on that front, and no one seems to know anything yet. So I think that must be on the back burner. It will happen eventually, obviously, because of the plans of the train station. But if you can imagine, if I walk back now to Whitehall Street, which is just a junction here, if you can imagine, if the station is back there, it will have a huge walkway, very similar to Wembley if you like. Then you come through to the magnificent West Stand. If you're an away fan, you would go left, because you'd then be in the North Stand. You go around that corner. Very near to where Lily White House is, and then if you're sitting in the, which I'm assuming will be a very noisy south stand, you would then go right, and if you're in the east stand, you'd have a long walk round. But as I say, all of these businesses, even including the temporary Spurs shop here, will all be gone eventually. As you can see, I'm just walking round now towards the south stand. A lot more of the panelling is just about to go in, which will make it look a lot better in my opinion. Now that side now towards Lily White House is really looking great. It's looking finished, looking swish. You can see a lot of people working here. Just walking up now, this building in the foreground now, this will be our Tottenham shop, which is meant to be the largest floor space area of a club shop in Europe. So I can't wait to get in there. That looks magnificent and huge. Again, everything is just such on a grand scale. Everything is huge here. And just walking up now to Wilmington House. So you can see a lot of people are working today, as I said. They're working now on the club shop. That's one thing about today, what I've really noticed walking around so far is people are working everywhere, in every department today. Where normally it's just certain areas they're working on, but it seems to be everywhere at the moment. So Wilmington House, just to recap from some of my previous videos, this will actually be the Tottenham experience. This will be the Tottenham Museum. So we'll be able to see a lot of the older things that we perhaps haven't ever seen before. You can see they've come round a little bit more as well. I don't think it'll be long at all before, actually, I say that, I've just noticed and just seen that the steelwork now has gone in to join up with the south stand. I'll get a lot better view in a minute when I walk around, but I've just noticed that. So you all know where I am now. I'm walking down Park Lane, trying to get a better view of the new south stand. What perfect timing. Look at all of this steel just about to be delivered to Tottenham. So I've no doubt that this is pieces of the south stand. So I've just been speaking to the driver of this truck. He's clearly not a Spurs fan. It's amazing how many people are actually helping towards this stadium and do not support Spurs or even like them. But just had a little bit of banter with him. This has just come from up north. He thinks a lot of it has actually come from Ireland, which is a little bit different to what I was told before. But he thinks that a lot of pieces from the stadium are coming from various different places. Now you can see now that the south stand has merged with the west stand. The view actually inside the stadium for me is actually going to get worse now because of the amount of work that they've actually done. But it is just looking fantastic. As well with the east stand, so this is probably the best view we're going to get of the new south stand at the moment. And as you can see, an awful lot of work has been done on this since I was here last, about 10 days ago. The main thing to report is that it's now all merged with the rest of the stadium, so it is now an oval shape. So where you can see the stadium's being built there, we've still got the containers here. I have just asked, and the only reason the containers are here is because of the noise. And I must say, and you will notice now, when I walk down Park Lane, the noise will drown out dramatically. And when we get to the end of the road, it's very, very quiet. I'm now at the corner of Park Lane. If you used to sit in the east stand of White Hart Lane, this is where you would have walked down. So you can see it is a lot quieter now because of all of these in the way. You can see now what a great view we've got of the southeast corner. You can see where the stands have now merged. As I said earlier, there is just so much going on today in every department. People seem to be working. There's so much more machinery here than I've ever seen before. You saw earlier there's the deliveries turning up. It is all happening. So much going on. So people constantly ask me the question, do I think it's going to be done in time? I really do, yeah. I think there might be a lot of things outside the stadium that might still need to be done. Finishing touches, I think, still might need to be completed. But as far as actually starting a Premier League game in August 2018, the answer is yes, I do think it will be done in time. I really hope it would be done in time as well, because you know, I don't want to be playing at Wembley for another season. There's not a chance. So I'm very hopeful. I'm being very, very, very positive about it. So just to give you an example of how busy it is, I'm now walking the other way back down Park Lane, and you can see it is just delivery after delivery after delivery. Or in this case, they're picking up. There's just so much going on. And even more deliveries. Just walking back down the high road now. I haven't spoken anything about the inside of the stadium, but I know that Tottenham over the last 7 to 10 days have been excellent in tweeting latest photographs of or from inside the stadium and what's going on. So you'll see that on their website and on their Twitter that a lot of the seat planning has now been done. A lot of the metal frames for where the seats go into, they've been put in. It seems that it's really coming along nicely, and it's nice because the past 10 days of when I haven't been here, it seems that an awful lot of progress has been made. Probably more progress this 10 days than when I've ever come before, and it's really noticeable. Still on the high road here. As I said earlier about how many deliveries have been made, all I keep seeing is piles of materials that have obviously just been delivered, you know, within the last day or so, and it just seems that so much is going on, which is really nice to see. So for those people doubting whether the stadium will be done in time, you know, I hope this video will perhaps change your mind and and give you that bit of hope. And yet another delivery has just turned up. I'm going to head around to the east stand, but I know I keep focusing on all these deliveries, but I think it's very important. You've got a lot more glass now turned up, so obviously that will be being installed today, otherwise that wouldn't be sitting out there. So you can see there's a couple missing there, that's probably for those. Got to admit, it does seem pretty exciting when you start seeing all the glass going in. You know, these finishing touches that makes it look what it will be. You can see now I'm now at the north stand, just heading round towards the east. Just walking down to the east stand now. I've got to say, down just near the stadium there are an awful lot of workers. There's probably more workers today than I've ever seen. It's probably the noisiest I've ever known it, and the busiest I've ever known it. You can see the paint pots now being loaded up. They are now going into the stadium, and they're actually starting to paint levels 1 to 4. So the painting inside has begun. Hi guys, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon.